26, 2020. Today the weather will be sunny and mostly cool. Now on to Mrs. Cocamper with pointers.
Thanks. For today's live specials, kindergarten, second, and fourth graders will have the opportunity to attend a virtual classroom guidance lesson with me, Mrs. Cocamper, while first, third, and fifth graders will have the opportunity to meet with Mrs. Mellon for a virtual information center lesson. We look forward to seeing you there. Now, on to a One School, One Book update from Mrs. Bean.
Hi guys, it's Mrs. Bean. I'm here to update you on The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind, our One School, One Book wonder, and I'm really excited to read this with you, but I also want to show you some information about the country of Malawi. So if you look at my screen here, I'm on something called Encyclopedia Britannica. Yes. Back in the old days when you were old like me, when I was a kid, we didn't have Google, so we had to use these things called encyclopedias, and in them you could find all kinds of information. And that was before we had Google. So I went to a website called Encyclopedia Britannica. It's Britannica.com, and you can find information on anything you want there. But we're going to talk about Malawi since it is part of the book that we are reading. So Malawi, if you'll see on my screen here, it's a landlocked country in Southeast Africa. It's kind of a long country with this little curve. You've got the big lake right here, Lake Nisaya, and they also refer to it as Lake Malawi. And then here you can see it a little from a farther away scale. Here's Malawi, this long little thing. They call it landlocked because there's ocean here, and nothing else in between. Even though there is this big lake, they're still landlocked. So as we go down a little more about Malawi, here's a little more update. This is the Great Rift Valley. Very, very big in Africa and very important to anthropological studies. Here's a picture of what some of the country looks like, and you can see the houses and the people and, you know, the way it is. And, you know, we've talked before in the book how it's a very, very poor country and they were facing some real difficulties. So these are things for you to think about as we read, to visualize, and that way you can help understand what they're going through in the book. So here's a little thing about Lake Malawi. And don't mind my dogs in the background. So the climate. So that's what this weather is like for a long period of time. And they're saying how there's two main seasons. The dry season, which lasts from May to October, and the wet season, which lasts from November to April. And if you remember in the book, they were talking about how the wet season didn't even come. So they had no rain, and therefore no crops and no water and none of that. And so things got a little rough for them. So I'm going to go ahead and close that out. But I do want to show you again our book, The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. And if you remember in this book, William, you know, was just like any other American kid, you know, just living his life, things he didn't know, and then things started getting bad. They started having a drought. They started being subsidized for fertilizer, so things got really, really tough for them. So be on the lookout for our next reading, which is going to be chapter 7. That I'm super excited to read with you guys. And anyway, have fun, stay reading, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.
Good morning, Eagle family. Today we are going to take another trip to the Zen Zoo and do another mindfulness exercise. Today we are going to visit the wishing whale. This whale wishes good things for himself. He knows that he is valuable and important. He takes time to reflect on those things and wish even more good things for himself. To prepare, let's begin to control our breathing. Let's inhale and exhale. Let's inhale and exhale. Take one more deep breath in and slowly let it go. Now let's close our eyes and push away our thoughts. Like we did before, we'll let our thoughts float away like a leaf in the breeze. Watch your thoughts float away in your mind. For just a moment, sit quietly and peacefully and think of a way you can show yourself love. Maybe you need to let go of a mistake you made. Maybe it's time to praise yourself for a success you've had. Maybe you want to give yourself a compliment. Think of a way to show yourself love. Now, in your mind, focus on that love. Maybe you need to say in your mind that you forgive yourself for a mistake. Or maybe you need to imagine yourself letting go of that mistake. Perhaps you'll imagine yourself climbing to the top of a mountain as you've achieved something recently. Take time to visualize that love you'll show yourself. Think in your mind, I love myself, and I wish good things for myself because I deserve good things. Open your eyes and take note of how your body is feeling. Showing ourselves love is an important way to make sure our bodies and minds feel good. So now reflect. How did you show yourself love today? What feelings did you notice? When will you show yourself love again? Why do you deserve love and good things? For Thoughtful Thursday, this is Mrs. Kokemper. Make it a great day. The choice is yours. And now to today's joke of the day.
What's faster than crunchy? A rocket ship. Heroes, our heads solve problems and they're always learning. Our hearts are respectful and considerate, and our hands work together for the good of all, making an excellent Eagle Day.